Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I help people navigate through their awakening process. And today I'm going to answer a question I got from the username ChocolateMilk15. He says, Vic, I don't get it. A few years ago, everything in my life was going great. I had gotten a new job, started making some more money, saved up and bought a really nice car. I had a great group of friends. And then ever since this darned awakening, everything has been basically just falling apart. His manager stopped liking him or something to that effect, and he lost his job, had to get rid of that nice car. His best friend kind of fizzled out of his life, and everything just seems to be going wrong for him. His life is falling apart, and he doesn't understand why. The last thing he said was, I'm trying to understand this. And that little phrase, I think, sums up an important component of that question, because this sort of situation happens to a lot of us, almost all of us really, because fundamentally what's going down is prior to our awakening, we were living relatively unconscious lives, obscured by the ego personality who we thought we were, and therefore our motives for getting jobs, making friends, buying cars, all these different external and literal components to our life were created again from unconsciousness, therefore misalignment. And the awakening suddenly starts to kind of come over you, and you wake up to this. And there's also a mysterious happening where your life physically will start to just shift itself around this influx of consciousness, which is what an awakening is. But the experience of it is your previous life, which seemed quite solid, begins to just fall apart at the seams at an alarming rate. And at the time, you've yet to achieve a certain amount of understanding or consciousness about it. You don't know why. You feel like you're just getting picked on by the universe, that the awakening is one big massive curse, and to hell with it. I want you there are aspects of your life that are going away that you think you want. And it's very frustrating, incredibly confusing, and quite freaking scary. This exact same thing, this is exactly my story, and I'm sure a lot of yours as well. I remember prior to my Kundalini awakening many years ago, I had just married my wife, and her father bought us this brand new, badass, massive house in a nice little neighborhood. I had the gym I was working for eventually closed down, and I was able to take all of their clients and invited them all to my basement. I made a nice little gym in my basement, so I was kind of working from home, getting paid 3 times what I was at the gym. I didn't have to give away any commissions to the owner. And we had this nice house. We didn't have to pay for it. We were literally like living, like doing whatever we wanted. It was awesome in a sense. And that all started to just deteriorate. We decided that, or we started to wake up to the fact that our neighborhood we were living in was incredibly unideal for us. Our neighbors didn't like us. We kind of rubbed them the wrong way, and we felt very isolated and alone. And we lived in sort of like a cookie cutter type straight up stereotypical suburbia, which is fine, nothing wrong with that, but it's not really us. Everything started changing, and at the same time, physical events started to happen. At one point, my neighbor tried to kill my dog. Had a crazy incident with my dog. So I had a pit bull at the time, and it scared him. And all these weird things just started going down, again, sort of pushing us out of that life that we thought we wanted. It was nice on some level. It wasn't that bad, the picture I just painted, and same with Chocolate Milk's story as well. Not bad. But here's the thing. Your awakening, you becoming more conscious to who you truly are, underneath the character, the facade, the illusion. In doing so, you'll start to naturally see things differently, therefore make different decisions. Simultaneously, you work on yourself and clear out all these different negative experiences and emotions, and all this transformation will ensue. And all the while, you'll start building your life back up from scratch. And when you're approaching the bottom, the finale of your life, which has crumbled apart, and you're still in that state where you can't see how it's even possible to build a new life. There's no clarity. It's just a bunch of confusion and wreckage. You're rummaging through the rubble and the wreckage of your past. Your life is just burned to ashes. That's a scary ass, crazy ass place to be in. And I totally sympathize. But it has a very unique potential for rapid inner transformation. A lot of what is preventing us from truly embodying our full selves are very, very, very deep, unconscious, primal type of issues. And for a lot of us, we attract into our life sort of extreme situations that we believe on some soul level are necessary for bringing up these primal fears, these primal energies that are greatly influencing our decision making and therefore shaping our life. So though it's nutty, it's an incredibly potently transformative time. And if just given enough time, given enough space, doing your best to make the wisest, commonsensical decision in every given moment, time will go by, this too will pass, and you'll slowly start to rebuild yourself and rebuild your life in a way that is 1,000 times better than what you had before. It can take a while to get to that point, long enough to where you really, throughout that whole journey, you're questioning, how many years have to go by before I see the fruits of my diligent efforts here with this awakening. There are times of being incredibly skeptical. I was too. Well, I've been hopeless. I know what it's like to be like that, and I was like that for a very long time. But again, it's almost interesting that even though my life is changing physically, I'm in a new location that I love. I have a new career that doesn't even feel like a job. It's just talking to you guys and doing what I love. I have complete freedom. My relationships, my family, and people in my life is much better. That's all awesome. And in the beginning, that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted a better life situation. And now I have it. But what is more mind-blowing to me and more satisfying is who I have become in the process, who I've molded and transformed into. Being able to be free of my social anxiety and insecurity, and to speak my mind with confidence and clarity and conviction, and have the courage to go after the things I want in life, and the confidence to know I can do it, and the discipline, the consistent discipline. All of that is a testament to these crazy, insane, freaking, seemingly unwanted, unfair obstacles that I thought were imposed upon me. But I brought them. You'll start to realize you bring this all onto yourself. They're all props. They're all to help grow you so you finally can become the person who is capable to create a life that is a true, clear reflection of your true core natural self. So essentially your life has to break down so you can grow from that, and then you can put it back together in a much better way. Way better. So that's that. Hope that helps you guys. If you're in that spot, hang in there. Take advantage of the growth opportunities that are present in crummy life situations. And if you can do that, you can climb out of this hole a lot faster than you think. All right? Talk to you next time. Namaste.